fake, delusional, and disingenuous. He stands as a beacon of truth. He is Abuki Cabal. You are listening to Abuki Cabal.
Welcome to the Abuki Cabal Show.
What's going on, everybody? Well. I think I've got a treat for you guys tonight. But before we get into it, please like, share, and subscribe. If you like the content, please support the channel. Hit that notification button for me. And without further ado, we're going to have to get into this one. I can only describe this as a public flogging, a public emasculation of a young man expressing his feelings about growing up with his single mother, excuse me, and having to take on undue burden, undue stress for a young man of his age. And when he expressed himself, it just got out of hand. You know, I went to Twitter and I checked out what Dr. Curry had to say about it. You know, and he said that, you know, in his the guy who actually posted was Crinkle Speaks. And shout out to him. And he says, "This pissed me off so much, I may express more on why, but this is nasty." And I agree wholeheartedly. Okay. Dr. Curry said, "The blaming of black men for their mental health problems to protect black women, mothers, or whomever else is to be spared is dangerous and neglect. For these women to gang up on this young man and insist he is wrong when he speaks of alienation and pain is heartbreaking." Okay, and then he posted again and he said, "So he testifies that his mother got him started on drinking. Now he has a problem. Then they show his room bill to prove he is the problem. A self-sabotaging black man alcoholic. This is infuriating." And it is, but you know, I could describe it to you, but whatever I describe would not even scratch the surface of the unethical treatment that this man endured for the sake of entertainment on a television show. But I wouldn't be surprised about anything that Vivica Fox is involved with. And there are a few other professional women, you know, that are up here that are doing things that are you know, questionable. At least, you know, at best, you know, it's worse than that. But to have this man up here and you know, just about publicly flog this man in front of an audience, and each one of your commentators basically just dig into this guy and tell him why he's wrong and why he, you know, just, you know, making him, you know, feel like he's weak and like he just, you know, he's not handling business like a man. I mean, it's disgusting. But let's get to it, and I'll start with that, and then I'm going to end with show you a little treat after that. That's you know, a characterization of, you know, of how, you know, this type of behavior is explained away and even supported by some men in the community, and they you know, go about shaming men into accepting this type of behavior from women and seeing it or characterizing it as some form of strength. But let's take a look at this craziness. Okay, so this is Face the Truth, FTT. I don't know, what this is shown on. I don't know what network this is, but it's, it's a hot mess to say the least. So let's check out Big Face Vivica and see what she has in store for us.
Media is desperate for her son, Ty, to get his life together. He has no job and no goals. Lavinia, what was Ty like as a child?
I'm a single parent. I had to work. This kid would pick up his two little sisters, make sure that they eat, make sure that their homework was done. If I had to stay late, he'd make sure they took a bath and put them to sleep. And then he changed.
Ty, you're getting really emotional right now, and so am I, because...
Yeah, I did change,
know
and I'm
what
still
to
that kid. I'm still that kid.
I haven't
told
seen
her
him in
that.
10
I'm still that
years.
kid. I'm still that kid. I'm tired. I'm depressed. I'm tired.
Okay.
I'm tired. I'm just tired. I'm hurt. I've been through stuff in my life.
Because
That's personal. No, it don't even matter about none of that.
It does matter.
No, listen, it does, but I'm tired. Like I said, I'm depressed. I have personal things going on. Sometimes that
Tell us what those personal things are.
That can stop people. Me being depressed.
What are those personal things you're going through?
Like-
Stop yelling about them and tell us about it.
All right, like my personal stuff, like I never really had friends. And then when I got around friends, I basically always did, exactly, I always had to, like, it's like, I feel like, yeah, you gave me everything, but you kind of gave me too much, but because you gave me too much, my friends were jealous of me. I always had fake friends around me. So that's what I'm saying. It's cool that you did that, but you also got to understand what that brings, what that attracts, Mark. You got to feel me on that. That's what I'm saying.
You got some twisted logic going on here. That's some twisted
man, like, I'm
logic.
just saying, it's mental things that can mess with,
Okay,
it's
but
mental
Ty,
things that bothers me in the physical
telling us that
world.
you're depressed?
I don't have motivation. How can I have motivation? Yes, how can I have my motivation when everything is handed to me?
Right, so you're telling us that you're depressed.
Yeah, I'm depressed. I'm always depressed. I'm in a dark spot. I know I'm in a dark spot, and I've been there for a long time.
But Ty, that's still no reason that if you feel that and you're a dark place, to take that out on your mother.
That's my best friend, yo. That's my best friend.
Listen,
I can't even talk to my mom.
Okay, hold up. So has he had a problem with alcohol?
He has a...
Immediately we go to alcohol. Now, I feel like Ty isn't really eloquent enough to be able to basically state his case, but I think what he's saying is that basically he was playing daddy as a child. He was picking up for, daddy or the boyfriend, as a child, and that was too much, and, Dr. Curry talks about this. Dr. Tia Son Johnson talks about this also. I think Gigi's talked about it too. Also Ron Neal. So when you put a young child in the place of a grown man before that child even has a chance to even experience play and frivolity and just being able to just frolic around just without any purpose, that's a part of your development period as well. But he was robbed of that because his mother was single. She was out trying to, pay for everything and basically telling him to cook for the babies, wash his little sisters up, protect his little sisters, putting all of this stuff on him. So he was not allowed to be a child. And now he's a grown man and he can't handle things because he's got people around him. Yeah, he has things. And we, how mothers like this are. They give them everything. They work to give them all these luxuries, but then they don't have any kind of ability to work out, whether people are using them or not. People are coming over to take advantage of what they have, their games, the basketball, their football, whatever the case may be, whatever that these other, group of kids who aren't as fortunate can take advantage of, they will. We've all been there. So this young man has not been given the room and space to go through an evolutionary period from his childhood up to adolescence and to being a grown man. And it's taken a destructive toll on his psyche. And let's see how the ladies respond to this. And let's just move on here.
Problem with alcohol, he's an alcoholic.
Ty, when did you start drinking? How old were you?
Probably 13.
13, okay.
Probably
That's
13.
very early.
She be drinking with me. She put me on.
I put you on at 13?
She put me on, yeah.
You're a liar.
Lavinia, how much is he drinking?
He drinks 5 to 6 bottles, and the bottles is like this, like the 40
years
ounces.
ago.
Oh, he's chugging some 40 ounces?
Yeah,
The
we
40
did
ounces.
that
Years ago, I was like 17,
The
19.
That's a lie. 5
Really?
and 6, I promise you, Vivica. 5 to 6.
I would throw up
a
now.
day.
I would throw up.
Love it.
If I tried that now, I would throw up now.
you
If I tried that now,
that's a long
I'm telling
list.
you.
That's binge drinking.
Let me tell
5
you
to 6
something.
drinks
Y'all
binge
bill that y'all
drinking.
have, he's only been here a day and a half.
Right.
So tell us, you stayed at a hotel that the show put you up in, and you ran up almost a $200 bar bill.
Here, let's talk about it. 1 bottle of whiskey, $60. 1 bottle of premium tequila, $71.18. 1 bottle of regular tequila, $17.52. We got some beer, a couple soft drinks, and an
Hi,
orange juice.
I have a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
You did this yesterday.
Yes, ma'am.
Why would you think that's okay?
I didn't. I wasn't thinking.
You just did it.
I wasn't thinking. I wasn't thinking.
But did
I
you
saw
drink
it.
all
I
that
saw it. I
by
saw
yourself?
it. No, I had friends with me.
On our tab, Vivica, I want to say, I don't feel anything. This is all something that, as an alcoholic, I'm very familiar with. It's the woe was me story.
It's the throw away the black man judge. Yeah, you notice how they take advantage when they see the alcohol. See, those are the initial throwaway things. That if they see that you're drinking, you possibly have a drinking problem, or it could be anything. You could be staying out late. You could be, not coming home 2 or 3 days at a time. She would say the same thing. She's going to find something to make this man a dysfunctional person who needs to be thrown into the system. And this is almost like in the nursing field, the nurse ratchets. Nothing is pleasant. Everybody's is somebody who needs to be dealt with. That's the type of post-wall individual who's going to mete out justice to this young man.
I'm so sorry. Well, feel sorry for me because I was deprived of this, that, and the other thing, and I was raised really well, just like this kid was. This is all, I don't feel any emotion toward him right now.
Why?
Because it's all a game. It's all his
For
MO.
him to get his way?
His MO. His manipulation of his, I would cry. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm never going to drink again. I'm never going to drive drunk. Next day, same old stuff. This is all your ploy, and I get it. 'Cause I'm an alcoholic, and I've been there, and I've done it.
Do you have a drinking problem?
I would say I do, because as soon as I smell that cup, if I see that cup, I'm gonna want it.
Yeah, this was bad, guys. This was really bad. I'm sure it was probably sensationalized a little bit. That's part of the show. I didn't get the whole thing. I kind of wish I had, so I can kind of see how they ripped into him. But I can tell you that this is pretty unethical to bring a man up here who is basically telling you that he's in a dark place, and you basically run him through the mud and make him feel worse about his situation, and then you immediately go to things that he may be using as crutches for his mental status. I mean, people with PTSD, military veterans, people like that, immediately that's part of the diagnosis. That's part of the disease process. You're going to have drinking, use of other drugs, possibly abuse. There is a difference between use and abuse. So you may have, chain smoking. You may have all kinds of things. You may have, you could even be overindulging in sex. So there are a lot of other things that psychologically that could indicate that this man is trying to, feel good about something because his life, it may be not giving him any kind of joy. So, he may try to find it in sex. He may try to find it in a bottle. He may try to find it, anywhere, driving fast, whatever the case may be, reckless behavior. Okay. But rather than getting this man help, they didn't have a clinical psychologist here to try to deal with this man's problems before they start basically trying to throw him into the legal system. You have the judge, an attorney up there, and you have a judge. Both of them had nothing, no positive feedback to give this man to basically set him on a different path. They didn't offer any kind of programs. They didn't offer anything. They just, she said she felt nothing for him, and she was an alcoholic, and, I guess she got over it, but I can pretty much guarantee you that when, a white woman, I don't know what she looked like when she was younger. She might've been attractive, but a white woman who has a drinking problem, who's attractive, there are a lot more, resources available for her to, bounce back than there are black men. Black men have a, straight path into the legal system for the smallest, infractions. So I'm going to take a look at another colorful situation with I'm going to switch over to the TikTok here. I want you to take a listen to this. And, I found this because, Dr. Curry talked about, living in a matriarchy and the effects of living in a matriarchy, and, how, black women are deified no matter what their behavior, what activity they take, they engage in. We look at Meg the Stallion, and she was, she's, supposed to, trying to portray herself as a good girl, but she's, rapping about all kinds of, whole shit. So, today you can have it both ways, but let's take a look at this gentleman here. And this is Larry Travers. He's out of Baltimore. Let's take a listen to what he thinks about our current situation.
Fellas, cut the bullshit. And I took my head over to you black sisters. Uncle Larry Travis from Baltimore City. At the end of the day, y'all black sisters been molested, raped, manipulated, belittled, beat on, mentally abused, and physically abused. At the end of the day, I took my hat over to every black sister in the United States, because the movement for you women is absolutely what the fuck should be done. I'm sick and tired of you dudes, clowns, at the end of the day, talking about she act like a dude. No, you act like a bitch, and due to the fact that this woman is more masculine than your feminine ass, you not being an alpha male as Uncle Larry Travis in Baltimore City, you just don't know how to handle your wife, fiance, or girl.
See, you supposed to handle a woman. No, you handle a fucking snake, a viper. You handle a big fucking dog. You handle a wolf that you trying to fucking put back out into the wild. But you're not supposed to handle a woman. No man ever advocated handling a woman back in the 70s, the 80s, maybe in the 90s. That was the, soft guy era when all of this shit started coming about. But, I think Larry's got it wrong, man. Larry is deifying these ratchets out here. And, he's not concerned about the men who have been suffered all these indignations, the same indignations that he basically described that women have gone through. So, but fuck the men, right? Throw them in the trash because they ain't strong enough, because they pussy ass dudes. So that's supposed to be your advice to try to help these guys out. You're too soft. You're supposed to handle her. Let's move on. Listen to a little more of this.
So that being said, it ain't that she wanna bite your ass like them bum ass bitches you used to dealing with. It's the fact that she chased that bag like you chased that bag, and is equally yoked and equally level, knowing at the end of the day.
That's equally yoked? See, here's a misperception of what yoked means. You know? You can't be uninformed and uneducated and then go out here and start advocating for men to basically get with a woman who is basically chasing a bag, and that bag is more important than you and her household, and you are a second option for her. You know, nobody should be opting for that. You know, and you know, you're supposed to be an alpha male, but you going for trash out here. You shooting at trash, because any woman that you got to sit up and do all of that, and I'm gonna let him move on here, but listen to his top tier advice on how to woo a woman.
You can't manipulate that black woman. You can't get over or just tell her anything due to the fact that she's more slicker than you, but she's trying to give you chance after motherfucking chance to get your shit together, and you can't even do that, and you wonder why these black sisters are more masculine and not motherfucking feminine. Let me give y'all words or advice from an alpha male. Come here, Miss Lady. How was your day today? It ain't all about you putting your dick inside her. Stimulate her mind. Baby, I know you had a rough day today. Go ahead and cuss me out. Women, fellas, think off emotions. Let me give you a hug and rub your butt. It's gonna be okay. A lot of these women ain't worrying about what the fuck you had, who you used to be, if you was an OG, even down to you being an alpha. She need a backbone.
You talking to Pookies. Who is coming to a woman telling her what they used to be, talking about a bunch of used to be irrelevant shit? No one. You talking to a person who shouldn't be an option anyway. He shouldn't even be in the considering a final round of judgment. You know, so, I mean, what are you talking about? You sound crazy. But let's move on.
She need a man to stimulate her mind. She need her panties to be wet, not her eyes. So this black...
But I thought it wasn't about you putting your dick inside her. But now you trying to make her panties wet. I'm fucking confused.
Sister movement that's going on. I tilt my head over to every black sister that's going on and not taking bullshit from these clown ass dudes, nor these motherfucking prejudice ass people that's out here that is laughing about this black sister movement that's going on. It's nothing funny about it.
I smell old ass Derrick Jackson on him. Derrick Jackson motherfucking musk. I smell it all around his neck. He is wearing it pretty thick. You know, he has drank the Kool-Aid. He is trying to fill the void that Derrick left wide open.
The slavery days was real. There's nothing funny about this black sister movement. And I appreciate from a black male to you women, because for you clowns out here that just hate women or don't like women, you have to hate your mother because you came from a motherfucking woman.
Oh, he has been taught well. Where have we heard this before? If you speak bad about a black woman, then you must hate your mama, you must hate your grandmama, you must hate all the women in your family. No, because the women in my family don't act like you ratchet ass bitches. Oops, I'm sorry, I can't say that. Anyway, yeah. If a woman acts like she has class, then she is not in the same, venue as these other women. They don't even mix and match, so what was your excuse in the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, up to the 70s? What was your excuse then? We've always lived in a matriarchy. They've always been running our community, and it is in a damn tailspin. So I think you've got your facts, jumbled up. Maybe you need to read a little bit more. and really look into the type of women out here that you're emboldening into acting even more ignorant than they have been. Larry.
So in respect to all you black sisters, I respect y'all like I respect my mother, and that's golden.
To my black sisters.
If that ain't some trash, I don't know what is. But you guys, you let me know. Let me know if I'm a little too harsh on Larry. But Larry he ain't doing it for me. He is not doing it for me. I don't know if it's me. Maybe it's me. Maybe I woke up on the wrong side of the bed or something. I'm not sure. But I'm just not feeling Larry. It's just not a good feeling. But you guys, let me know what you think about this, this show, and taking these young vulnerable men up in front of a group of other women to basically flog them and bash them and make them feel worse about themselves, possibly, send them into suicidal ideations and possibly a plan. This is unethical. This isn't right. This is definitely not something that should be done. And you have to ask yourself, what is the female equivalent to emasculation? I'm not sure that there is anything like that, but that word was created and used by women to basically put men in a subjugated role in order for us to do what they want us to do. They are the ultimate manipulators, far better than any man. So, you guys tell me what you think. I know this is probably going to be a short one. I just, I don't know. I felt real bad about this, and it's not looking good for it on Twitter and other social media platforms. And let me know about, little Larry and what you think about him. And we'll chop it up in the comments and do it like we always do. I appreciate you guys coming out, and it's been fun. And Merry Christmas. You guys drip your water. Don't let your pipes bust, because they're busting all over the United States. It's a hot mess out here. Appreciate you guys spending a little time with me during the holidays. I'm out.
I feel like a motherless child alone.